Yes, I am now live. Hello everyone, how are you all doing? I hope you are doing amazing. Welcome. Thank you for joining me tonight once again. So for those of you on Facebook, I hope you can see and hear me okay, as well as Instagram. I hope you can see and hear me okay as well. I hope you're all doing amazing. I hope you've had a good start to your day if you're just starting your day. And if you're ending your day like myself as well, I hope you've had a good day so far. So, welcome everyone. And in tonight's live masterclass, I'm going to be talking about how to have effective DM conversations that convert. Literally that convert to high paying clients. So get your notes ready because I'm going to be divulging a lot of tips that you can take away and start implementing in your business straight away. So do comment #live. Let me know that you are there, right there with me. And if you're catching a replay, make sure you comment #replay so I can know that you've actually seen this live masterclass. For those of you that are just joining my group, welcome to High Ticket Sales Strategies for Female Coaches and Service Providers. And for those of you, my followers on Instagram, feel free to join my free Facebook group because that's where all the exciting things happen. Yeah, the link is in my bio, so you can just click and join us. I just started this new group in February, and it's amazing. Coming from someone that's actually had a group in the past and had to shut down that group because I was so overwhelmed. It wasn't making me any money, and for just starting in February, I've only got 82 members at the moment, and I've already started signing clients from there. So I hope you can join me. I hope you be able to pick up one or two things from this masterclass. Yes, so once again, in tonight's masterclass, I'm going to be talking about how to have effective DM conversations that convert. But before I get into all that, let me give you a brief introduction about who I am. So my name is 𝗂𝗵𝘁𝗄𝗏 𝗂𝗏. I'm a business mentor and a sales coach, and I help female coaches, consultants, and service providers attract their soul-aligned, high-ticket clients by helping them to master their sales process. So this is basically using Facebook or Instagram. So no matter where you're getting your leads from, whether it's on your Facebook profile, whether it's your Facebook group, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's from emails, I can help you to make sure that you have an automated sales process. And I'm not talking about a sales funnel here. I'm literally talking about the sales process, literally from you trying to get leads to you having your leads become paying clients, following you through the process step by step. So that's basically what I do. And for those of you who don't know, I am actually revamping. I actually introduced a new private mentorship recently. I was only looking for three ladies. At the moment, I have got one. Amazing. And we kickstarted already this week. So I'm still looking for 2 more ladies who want to literally master their sales process. And because it is more like a new program, this is the first time it's going to be going at this insanely low price, because the next time I'm going to run this is going to be at least 2K more than what is currently going for. So if you're interested, do let me know. And literally what we're going to be doing, we're going to be helping you. I'm going to be helping you to literally ensure that your sales process is in place right from your lead generation, helping you to attract quality leads and helping you to nurture these leads so you can build that trust with them and they can start trusting you. Your perceived value can be increased with them, you know, and literally you can have the right conversations that convert. Because literally, I say conversations are the fastest path to cash. Having the right conversations go a long way to sort of help you make sure that your sales process is shortened and you get your clients, you actually get those high ticket clients that you want to attract. Yes, so do let me know and I will just shoot you the details. So literally, going back to the topic of the day, how to have effective DM conversations that convert. So of you have literally gotten like DMs, messages in their DMs and just don't respond because it's literally super direct, it's so salesy, they just want to sell you straight away. You're like, I haven't got time for that. Everyone is trying to sell me. If I were to like answer everyone, I'll probably be spending millions or buying from everybody because everybody wants to sell, literally. So what differentiates the few people that actually get results is when they have an effective strategy to actually implement this DM conversations, because it works, but you have to do it the right way. Yeah, you have to do it the right way. And I'm not talking about cold DMing here. I'm talking about literally having proper DM conversations, like being invited into the conversation and literally ensuring that you're leading that conversation, you're being the expert on that conversation, and it's translating into sales calls, which invariably translates into paying clients. So in today's video, I'm just going to be walking you through some tips to actually help you to have those conversations. There are two main topics. I'm busy, man. What do you want?
Daddy, when you put my plate away, Daddy.
It's okay. Go with Daddy. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. Don't worry. Good girl. Mommy's busy. Yeah, she's coming. Good girl. So just go and meet Daddy. Yeah, good girl. So literally, that's my little one. Yeah, it's whenever they see that you're busy, that's when they wanna like, I wanna stay. I wanna like join in. I wanna know what's going on. So apologies for that, people. So literally, as I was saying, there are two main things I want you to hold like to heart here when you're trying to have effective DM conversations. Two big things. So the first thing is to establish know, like, and trust. I know you've heard this a lot and probably think, oh, 𝘵𝘫 here again. She's saying the same thing that everyone says, but take your time to actually listen to what I have to say here because it's going to go a long way to helping you. So literally, when you're trying to start a DM conversation, you have to have established that trust first. Firstly, they have to know you, literally, because how you get into somebody's inbox determines the kind of response they give you. So with this know, like, and trust, I'm going to go further and break it down into different components. Yeah. So firstly, how do you know someone? Like, you actually meet them probably you saw their post on Facebook or in a Facebook group or on their profile, you commented on it, and literally you're bringing them, you started having conversations, you're having like back-to-back conversations, and literally they're coming into your DMs. Or literally, you literally got introduced by someone else to that person. So there are different ways you can actually know someone, yeah? But you should have established that knowledge first. And when you're going into their DM, you have to make them realize, oh, I'm a new follower, or I'm a new friend of yours. I just started following you. This is how I got to know you. I found you in this Facebook group. You're giving a lot of value. You're giving a lot of value in this Facebook group, and I just resonated. So you have to establish that know first. Yeah, you have to show them that you know them. You actually know them. You found them somewhere. That has to be well established. Yeah. And then how do you get them to like you? Before the trust factor, how do you literally get them to like you? So what I tend to do a lot is I find a reason to get into someone's DM. And this is the same thing that a lot of my clients struggle with as well. Like, I can bring someone from my comments. I struggle to actually bring someone from comments into Messenger. Well, some people actually find that okay. I bring them from my comments into Messenger, but I struggle to bring them from Messenger into my DMs. They struggle with that a lot. But the reason why this can be so easy for you is by building that like factor. Yeah? And how can you build this like factor? It's not just like, oh, you want them to like you, but you have to have given value. That's what I'm talking about. How you get into their DMs matter a lot. Yeah? Someone coming into your DM, like, just coming to pitch their services to you. You've not even met them before. Like, you haven't established, you haven't had any they haven't liked any of your posts, they haven't responded to any of your comments or nothing. They just literally jump into your DMs. Oh, hello there, I'm Abby, I do this, I can help you do this. Literally, you're going to be like, how do they even know what my problem is? How do they know what my problem is? Yeah. However, if someone is coming into your DM and it's because they've accepted your invitation to come in, it's different. You have already established that like, because they already remember that they know you somewhere. They've seen your value that you're giving. So it's easy. You're achieving two things this way. Your perceived value has been increased. So they are coming into your DM like, oh, she can help me, because you've initially given them value. Yeah, so they've established that like already. You've probably given them one of your freebies, you know, or you've actually invited them to a masterclass of yours, you know, or they've actually watched you go live somewhere, even if you haven't established any DM message, any DM conversation yet. But is that like there because they've seen you somewhere? It becomes different. The conversation is gonna take a different turn because of the way you attracted them into your DM. I hope this is making sense. So how you get those people into your DMs matter a lot. And that actually helps to establish your authority. It helps the conversation to go much, much smoother and even convert into sales call much quicker. Yeah. So that is actually important, how you get them into your DMs. And that's helping to build a like factor by giving value. You can give value. Some people approach me, they're like, oh, I don't want to create a Facebook group. It's fine. You don't have to. Though now I can boldly tell you that Facebook groups are not as difficult as I thought it was. I literally just signed up with a new mentor now, and she is amazing. She is mind-blowing. And literally with just 1 to 2 hours a day, I'm able to do all of everything I need to do in my business. Yeah, even still combining a full-time job with kids, I'm still able to show up for my business, because it's not by how hard you work, literally it's by how smart you work. I hope you know that. Yeah, so establishing that know, like, and trust is very important. You establish that like by giving value first. You go ahead, you give them a freebie, you give them a training that they know that is actually been valuable to them. So by the time they come into your DM, you already established that authority. You already increased your perceived value with them, and the conversation goes much smoother. Yeah, that's that bit. Yeah. So the other bit is the trust factor. How can they trust you to get them results? How can they trust that you are actually the right person that they need to help them get to the next level? Yeah, that also depends on how that conversation goes, how you actually begin to establish leadership in the DMs. Yeah, you have to establish the leadership in the DM, assessing their situation correctly, showing that you actually know their struggles. All of those go a long way to helping you to establish that trust factor. Yeah, so once they are in your DMs, that's the first step. What's the first step you do? You don't just go on a date and literally you get married the next day. These days take time, it takes steps. So you have to go step by step, the right way. When you do it step by step, it doesn't have to take you 2 months. It doesn't have to take you 4 months to establish that trust. You can literally be like 2 days. It can literally be like 1 week. Yeah, people misconstrue that and think, oh, it has to be long. You have to establish trust. Like you have to take a long time to establish that trust. But no, you do not. You do not. You establish that trust. The way you establish that trust depends on how you it depends on how you have those conversations with them, how you showcase your leadership, showcase your expertise. Yeah, so firstly, because they've come into your DMs the right way, either because you put up a value post out there and you say, who wants this particular PDF that you've created? Who wants this particular PDF that you've created? And they've raised up their hand to say, yes, they want that. They've raised up their hand to say, yes, they want that. So because they've raised up their hand to say, yes, they want that, they actually want you, you're actually coming into your DM to get that thing of value. So that's already sets you apart. Like, you can help them. Yeah, because that's already said to your part that you can help them. It becomes easier. Yeah, it becomes easier. So that's that bit. That's the way you establish that, initiate that conversation. Then you give them that freebie. But to be honest, most people that say they want that, that's not actually going to solve their problem. You know, they want more help. They want more help. So you have to sort of lead that conversation from that freebie. Mind if I also ask you what you do for business? You're giving them the freebie, but you're like, oh, so that I can understand like what other resources I have can be useful for you. Can you tell me more about your business? And they start to tell you. But trust me, some people are still wary because of the way the coaching industry has gone nowadays. A lot of people have been burned. You know, people have promised and failed. A lot of people have promised and failed. So they're like, oh, she's probably going to pitch me. So they are really reserved about even opening up to you with their struggles. So you have to be able to bring that out. And there is a psychology behind that sort of conversation. Yeah, you have to understand sales psychology to be able to bring them to literally talk a lot about their struggle. Because you want to know their challenge. You can help them. You want them to actually come out to you and tell you, this is my challenge, so that you can bridge that gap. Yeah? So, they're there and they're telling you, you start to establish that conversation. Once you establish that conversation, then they start to tell you bits and pieces of their challenges. Yeah, they're telling you those challenges. You have to ask the right questions. I tell people there is no script for this. It's either you can help or you can't help. When you're having conversations with someone in the DM, it's not always to sell. I tell my clients it's to sell or not to sell. You can't help everybody. There's some people that you can genuinely not help. You direct them to the right person that can help them, and you just say, oh, sorry, what I do doesn't actually cover this area. Yeah, but I can help you in this area, but in this area I can't really help you. Unfortunately, I won't be able to help you in this area. You just be open. You don't want to take someone that you can't really help, take their money, and they're not happy because they're not going to get result at the end of the day. Yeah. So once you establish that you can help them, you have to lead with the right questions. It's actually important, because you don't want to make it a question and answer session. Question. You just be asking them questions without actually having like a basis for that question. It should always depend on what they have told you. Like, find the next leading question from what they've literally told you. You want to make sure you find that, so that it's going to be like a normal conversation. You know, you don't want to be having like a very rigid conversation with someone. Even when you meet someone on outside in the real world, not on social media now, you want to be able to sort of have a normal conversation with them. So make sure that that conversation flows nicely. You want that conversation to really flow nicely. Yeah. So once they start to trust you and open up and tell you about their challenges, you lead that conversation. Most of the time I switch into voice notes here. I kind of like the kind of vibe voice notes gives, because it brings you closer, one step closer to the person you're talking to. It brings you one step closer. So you're establishing authority, you're telling them about, you're asking them the right questions, and you're using voice notes to sort of bridge that gap. Yeah, between where they are now and where they want to go, so they can trust you. Yeah. So once you build that know, like, and trust, the next thing is to widen the gap. You want to widen the gap to the goal that you're trying to achieve. First, you want to understand their goal. What is the goal that they're trying to achieve? Yeah. Once they've told you that goal, it's literally more like a sales goal. Just how you approach normal sales goals. I don't follow a script for my sales goals, and my clients don't as well. Obviously, there is a guide, but there is no word for word, like you have to say this. Just make sure you listen. When you listen a lot, you are going to be able to help someone more. You're going to be able to ask the right questions. You're going to lead the right way. Yeah, so when you listen more. So you want to make sure you widen that gap to the goal that they're trying to achieve. Yeah, so we've done the connection bit. You've established know, like, and trust. You've connected with them. Now you want to assess their situation. You're assessing their situation. You're assessing what they're talking to you about. And once you're assessing it, then you're literally starting to show that you can help them. You want to widen that gap to make it appear that you are the one that they need to get to where they are. And you don't want to be sleazy about this. You want to be real about this. Yeah, like you are the person they need to bridge that gap to where they want to get to. You are the one they need to bridge that gap. You widen that gap for them, yeah? You come up with, oh yeah, this is exactly what I do, you know, for my clients. I can help you do that. You know, this and this and this is how you do that. Literally telling someone how they will get to where they need to, it doesn't mean you're giving them everything. Some people misconstrue this as well. It doesn't mean you're giving them everything. Yeah? You're literally telling them that this is probably, okay, so let me give you a vivid example so that you understand this correctly. So I once had a lady in my DM telling me about the fact that she's posting every day. She believes that she knows her niche already, she knows her messaging already. She's posting every day, but she's not getting engagement. Yeah, there are two things here. Yeah, so I did tell her that, well, when you're actually putting out, what are the kind of posts? You're just putting out posts. It's not enough for you to just put out a lot of posts. It's quality over quantity each time. What are the kind of posts that you're putting out there? Are these posts resonating with your ideal clients? What are the attributes that your ideal clients want right now? What is their desired goal? Is that being reflected in your post? Because if it is, they would resonate with it. They would resonate with that post. Yeah? So literally, I told her about the fact that she is missing key marketing elements in her content that she's putting out there. Because what she put out to me is more like, oh, I just want to be consistent. I just want to be consistent. When I help her to understand what marketing elements and thought leadership is, she was like, wow, that's what I'm missing. That's what I'm missing. But she still needs me to go in depth and show her how to actually put that together for a specific business. Yeah, so you can widen the gap for your prospective client in your DM to sort of make you the person that they will go to when they want that solution. And always think about it. People don't have to buy from you right now. They may not actually be ready to buy, but nurture that conversation, have that right conversation, and put them in the right place. Put them in the right place. Like I have a system, a tracker that helps me to keep track of my conversations, helps me to keep track of my hot leads, who I need to follow up with. We can imagine how busy we are nowadays. Even I myself, I get super busy. So I can understand if the conversation has started and it doesn't continue that day. It continues like 2 days later or 3 days later. But it's the ability to follow up that is important. Yeah, you want to follow up. Yeah, and you want to make sure that after you've widened that gap and you've sort of presented your program, your offer as the solution that will help them get there. Yeah, the next thing you want to do is you want to be able to help them. You want to make sure that they're invited to book a call with you. You send out the invitation. You don't just drop your link and say, oh, that's my link, book a call with me right now. Book a call. No, they're not going to do that. Because, oh yeah, she's going to sell to me again. But think about what I've been saying since. If you've actually done the right prerequisites, you have been given value, whether it's on your profile or it's in your Facebook group, you know, they already believe, they already trust you, they already like you, they already know you, the conversation is going to be a breeze. The conversation is going to be a breeze. Now you're in their inbox, that you have been able to assess their problem, their challenges correctly. Once you've assessed their challenges correctly, now you are widening the gap. They know that you can help them based on all the value you've been given, based on how you've currently assessed that situation. Yeah, the next thing is you want to send out the invitation. You want to invite them in to book a call with you. You don't just drop the link like I said. You want to invite them to book a call with you. So you sending them that invitation. Yeah, and what I tend to do when people don't even book a call straight away is later on I'm like, are you still interested to let me help you with that solution we spoke about? You know, you don't want to be pushy. You don't want to be salesy at all. You want to make sure that you are authentic. Just the way you talk normally. Talk freely as well. The way you talk. You know, use your normal language. Your normal language, the way you talk. Talk that way. You want to be really authentic as well. So you make sure that you wait for that invitation. You send out that invitation and you say at the right time. There is a right time for that invitation. Yeah. So you make sure that that invitation goes out. Make sure that that invitation goes out. Yeah. So with that invitation, you are now inviting them to book a call with you. The next step is they book a call with you. and on the call you close that client. Think about it. You won't even get objections. You know, I have thought about in the past about how to prevent sales calls objections. This is exactly how to do it. Think about it, ladies. It's not about how many calls you get on. It's not about how many calls you get on. You don't have to do 50 calls to sign 2 clients. You can do 5 calls to sign 2 clients. But how do you want to do it? Do you want to do it the hard way or do you want to do it the easy way? It all depends on you. If you've given so much value at the beginning, then it's going to be much more easier. It's going to be a breeze. They're going to resonate with what you're saying. You would have established authority. They would have increased your perceived value. They would have seen you as, you know, you are very valuable already. You would have increased your perceived value as well. They would have understood that you can help them get that result. Yeah? So all of these things is very imperative to helping you have effective DM conversations that convert. Yeah, and this is exactly what I help my clients do. And literally, like I said when I started, I'm literally opening up doors for in my private mentorship to 2 more ladies that want to master this process. Like, we have automations in place. It's not about the leads, ladies. You can get 500 leads, but if you are not nurtured the right way, you're not going to sign any clients. People have 20,000 people in their Facebook groups and they haven't gotten any clients. While some people have only 100 and they've already started signing clients. I have just 82 members in my Facebook group and I already got 1 client from there. So you can do it. Literally, it's not about the quantity, it's about the quality and about doing it rightly. Having the right conversations, knowing when to lead the conversation, knowing when to actually switch into your pitch, knowing when to talk about your program, knowing when to bring that DM conversation into a sales call, even closing them in the DMs. You can actually close them in the DMs as well. But if you're not confident, I would recommend you getting on that sales calls because there's a lot you can learn from there as well. But this is exactly what how we help you do in this program. Literally, we're automating the processes of getting leads, of even we're walking your clients through, your prospects through a journey. Literally, we're setting up everything such that it's automated, is in place. Even if you travel for 1 week or 1 month, everything is going to run because it's all in the right order. You know who to follow up with. You know exactly who to follow up with. You know when. You know which leads are cold. You know which ones are hot. You know which ones are warm. You know the right people to follow up with. Yeah, so that is very, very, very important. So if you're interested, do comment clients in the link. Comment clients and I'm going to send you over the details. Yeah, but yeah, it's going to be going up like in June. The prices are going to be going up. So in this, if you want to take advantage of this offer, make sure you send me a DM or you send me a private message. I'm going to help you implement this in your business. To your success, ladies. Thank you so much for joining me once again. For those of you that were able to join me live, and for those of you who couldn't make it for one reason or the other, I hope you can catch the replay. Yes, and do comment and let me know what your biggest takeaway from this is. And I hope this has been helpful. Have a very lovely evening, everyone. Cheers.